Garrett Tenney, he is live in Milwaukee following all of this. How is it all playing out, Garrett?
Yeah, well, John, federal agents got word that an illegal immigrant from Mexico who has already been deported once back in 2013 was going to be in court here at the Milwaukee County Courthouse for a separate case. So they had agents that came here that day. They were waiting in the hallway outside the courtroom to make that arrest after his hearing. But when Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan found out about it, witnesses say she was visibly upset and angry, so much so that she allegedly left the bench and went out into the hallway to confront the agents and told them they needed to go down the hall to see the chief judge. Then, according to the criminal complaint, Judge Dugan went back into her courtroom where Eduardo Flores Ruiz was facing charges of battery for beating and choking his roommate and others in a fight, and adjourned that case. Then, as Mr. Flores Ruiz and his attorney were heading towards the courtroom's front exit, the courtroom deputy then saw Judge Dugan get up and heard Judge Dugan say something like, "Wait, come with me." Despite having been advised of the administrative warrant for the arrest of Flores Ruiz, Judge Dugan then escorted Flores Ruiz and his counsel out of the courtroom through the jury door, which leads to a non-public area of the courthouse. Now, that is an exit that's typically only used for deputies and juries, never for defendants who weren't in custody. Now, Flores Ruiz eventually made his way outside the courthouse where he ran from agents and was eventually taken into custody. A week later, it was Judge Dugan who was being escorted from the courthouse in cuffs, facing charges for obstructing immigration officers and concealing a person to prevent arrest. Here's Attorney General Pam Bondi this morning.
I say the victims of crime should be very happy today, because these victims of crime, they deserve justice. This is a criminal judge sitting on a criminal bench. And anyone who's going to let any criminal defendant out a back door is absurd.
When we went up to Judge Dugan's courtroom today, we noticed this notice that was posted on the door dated 4 days before this incident, stating that anyone who feels unsafe coming to the courthouse can request to have their hearing held over Zoom, which obviously would make the job that much harder for ICE agents trying to arrest those criminal illegal migrants who are here. They repeatedly have said courthouse is one of the safest places for them to make those arrests. John?
Well, she's certainly getting no sympathy from the administration, that's for sure. Garrett Tenney for us. Garrett, thank you.